Hello, viewers. Welcome to episode 3 of the podcast. And we're going to start this segment off with talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. Over the course of 3 games, what I noticed about the Los Angeles Lakers is their lack of shooting and their lack of size. Now, the lack of shooting, they don't have one solid player that can just stroke it from the outside consistently. I don't know if they're going to make Brandon Ingram that player, or they're going to make Kyle Kuzma that player, but they need shooting. Maybe in the trade deadline, they can find somebody that can stroke it consistently from the outside. And then on top of all of this, Brandon Ingram is suspended for 4 games, and Rajon Rondo is suspended for 3 games. Those are 2 key players in their starting lineup that will be out for multiple games. So now you have to incorporate Lonzo Ball and also Kyle Kuzma in their starting lineup. Which brings me back to tonight's game versus the San Antonio Spurs. I feel like Lonzo Ball had a nice, solid game. I feel like at times when he misses 3 or multiple shots in a row, he starts to lose confidence, which makes him ultimately second-guess open shots, which turns into a turnover. I just think he needs to build that confidence and just keep shooting the ball. Kyle Kuzma, you really don't have to tell him to shoot the ball. He's going to shoot the ball. But he had a nice solid game with 37 points today. Even with all of that, 37 from Kyle Kuzma, 32 from LeBron, 14 from Lonzo Ball, 20 from Josh Hart. They still managed to lose this game. I feel like also the Lakers, if I was Luke Walton, if I was Luke Walton, what I would do is take Kentavious Caldwell-Pope out of that starting lineup and replace him with either Josh Hart or Kyle Kuzma. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in the first 3 games have not contributed by any means. He had 4 points tonight, and that was it. They put him in the starting lineup to, knock down 3-point shots consistently, but he's not doing his job. And if you're not doing your job, you need to move to the bench. So, Josh Hart or Kyle Kuzma, they will be starting if I was the coach. Also, the lack of size. God, JaVale McGee, first of all, you need to give that man more minutes than you're playing him. He played 28 minutes tonight. That's because he was in foul trouble. But you need to give that man more minutes. And y'all need to go find a big. The Lakers really need to find a solid big, because when the Lakers downsize, the other team get to playing bully ball, and the Lakers can't even protect the rim. Players are switching. Nobody's guarding anybody. You can really see a decline when JaVale McGee go out the game. And also, this game versus the Spurs, Jonathan Williams. Never seen Jonathan Williams play before, but when JaVale McGee went out, Jonathan Williams really contributed to the game. He was there for block shots, rebounds, putbacks. He really he really was a spark for the Los Angeles Lakers, which ultimately, had them going on a few runs. But you might need to play him a little bit more until y'all can find a solid big, or until Mo Wagner, the rookie, can come back from injury and play minutes. But I really like Jonathan Williams. I think he was a nice spark. But the Lakers had all opportunity to win this game versus the San Antonio Spurs. They really fought back to send it to overtime. And they was up throughout the whole overtime. So, they fouled LeBron James. It wasn't a lot of, seconds on the clock. I think it was 12.3, 11.2, something around there. And LeBron missed 2 pivotal free throws. 2 pivotal free throws. And this is the part of LeBron James' game that isn't good. He has a problem shooting clutch free throws, or even free throws at all. But he missed 2 key free throws, which ultimately led the Spurs to winning this game by 1 point. Then on top of that, they still had a shot to win the game with 6.8 seconds left, ball in LeBron James' hand. And I really personally think he had an angle to get to the rim. But he probably didn't get to the rim because he just missed 2 free throws and he didn't want to go back to the free throw line. But he should have drove the ball. Instead, he set up for a long 2, which bricked off the side of the rim. And, the rest, the Lakers lost the game by 1 point. My Lakers. But I am... Through these 3 games, they're losing close battles. They're losing close games. And I think that's because their start is so slow. They start so slow out the gate, which makes them play catch-up ball throughout the entire game. And then when they finally, get back in the game, it's really too late. Because they done lost all their energy just trying to get back in the game. But I think they need better starts, play JaVale McGee more minutes, and y'all just need to improve in shooting, because you can't trade threes. You can't trade 2s for 3s. You can't do that. Also, what I noticed around the NBA is there's no defense being played at all. I mean, these games are so high scoring, it's like an all-star game. The average is 113.1 points per game around the entire league. When I say it's no defense, and I think that's because when players try to play defense, it's a quick whistle. The refs are not letting them play at all. If you pull somebody's jersey, hand check, bump them, whatever, you're getting a foul called on you. Which I don't know if I actually like that, because it's just the good defenders in the NBA can't play defense, and even the mediocre defenders can't play defense. You don't get a foul call. I don't know if I really like that. I don't want it to be like, the Detroit Bad Boy Pistons, where they just elbowing you, clotheslining you in the air, kicking you, tripping you. I don't want that, but I want some type of defense. I just feel like they're changing the game to like a one-sided game offensively. Just offensive side of the game. Defense, who really cares? And I'm not liking this. It's just like another all-star game. So I don't know. I don't know with this type of style of play. But I don't know. Now, signing off with Taylor Hubbard.